high, big solid doors. He says, we blew the doors open. This is coming from the interpreter now. Blew the doors open, and out come big giants.
Y'all, listen to this lady talk about a run-in she had with a Japanese gentleman who claimed to find giants in the Grand Canyon during World War II.
And I was walking the coastline, and this Japanese man walks up to me, very elderly, walking the coastline. He says, you from America? I said, yes. He said, I've been to America. I said, you have? When did you go to America? He says, 1944. I said, oh, that's a long time ago. He said, yeah. He said, I went Grand Canyon. I said, what were you doing at Grand Canyon? He says, during war. He says, 600 Japanese brought to America to tunnel through Grand Canyon. Dynamite. He says, we were blowing up Grand Canyon. I said, well, what was the purpose? What were you mining for? He says, not mining. He says, looking. I said, well, the interpreter said, explain. And he says, looking for big giants. Looking for giants. And he got really quiet, and he got really quiet. And he said, I not tell all these years, not tell. He says, family, I tell, promise not tell. And I told the interpreter, I says, tell him he's safe, that he does need to tell. He says, you know about giants? I said, yes, I know about Nephilim, yes. He says, you do? And I said, yes. He says, And he got really quiet. And he talked to my interpreter, and then he said, tell American, I go Grand Canyon. He says, enter into big mine, big doors, 20 feet high, big solid doors. He says, we blew the doors open. This is coming from the interpreter now. Blew the doors open, and out come big giants. We flee for our life. He says, some not get away, and some not get away. I asked my interpreter, what did they do at that point? He says, brought in big helicopters, take us out, but put us in confinement for days and days and days and days. And they weren't going to let us out because we might tell. But finally, the interpreters told me that they finally, after days and days and days of them being in confinement, they finally let the few that were left go back to Japan. And he not tell all those years. And that was in 2012. He had not told anybody about the giants that they found. And they were alive.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm just finding out that Venezuela had Iranian, Russian, and Chinese air defense systems in place while the U.S. carried out its military actions against Maduro's narco regime yesterday. This honestly surprised me. I had no idea that these communist nations were actually backing Maduro and even supplied him with their technology to combat or defend against the United States. Needless to say, their efforts were futile because the United States took all of 56 minutes to carry out its mission and capture Maduro. It just goes to show that these nations that we think are even close to us technologically may not be even in our realm after all. It's said that China has already written statements to Washington, more or less apologizing, and they are absolutely mind blown at how well the U.S. executes electronic warfare. We literally got past their air defense systems with ease, almost as if we were invisible. And this goes back to, if you remember, when we bombed Iran, the Russian government and the Chinese government were absolutely terrified at the fact that our stealth bombers were never picked up by them on radar. It kind of makes you think maybe all this propaganda that all these countries are something we should fear, or China is right there, if not higher than us technologically. I'm starting to think maybe that's not the case. I mean, folks, just look at the MH370 footage. And we've been doing that since the Philadelphia experiment. Back in what? World War II, 1943? And that just scratches the surface. I believe we can manipulate space-time and travel at the speed of light easily. Bro.
What is that?
Bro.
What the absolute fuck is it?
Y'all, check out some of the artifacts this gentleman finds, and he posts them on TikTok. These artifacts look almost as if they're from Tartaria. The looking glass is very interesting. When he looks through it, he's actually looking through his wall and seeing what's on the other side of it. And the pyramid, how it reacts with precious metals like gold and silver, and it electrifies them. It makes me wonder if that has something to do or relates to the Great Pyramids. Take a look. Let me know what you think in the comments. As you can see, this pyramid is highly electrically conductive. Any sort of metal seems to produce electricity when touching it. The flames seem to be attracted to it. Next, he'll put a piece of paper in between those faces in the pyramid, and it seems to just shred the paper. I can't tell if those 3 sections are floating. I don't think they are. But you can see the symbolism, the scorpion, and then what looks to be a pharaoh. Very interesting.
Randonautica wants us to walk 2 minutes into this corn. Nick, are you gonna go?
If corn wasn't so dang itchy.
Well, just try.
I'm gonna stick my head in at least.
All right, y'all. So late last fall, this couple was playing on the app Randonautica. They end up getting directions to go to a cornfield. And then they're told to walk 2 minutes into the cornfield. Well, naturally, the boyfriend decides he's going to do the task while the girlfriend sits in the car. He walks into the cornfield and something strange takes place. And it turns into an absolute nightmare. Take a look.
Oh my god, that's all they need.
Just get my head sheared off.
Unlocking the car.
Oh god. Oh wait. Oh.
Oh my god. Whoa, look how deep that is.
Great. Yeah, fuck this.
No, you gotta put your head in.
I'm gonna get a rash.
You gotta put your head in.
I'm gonna get a rash.
Yeti. Ow, 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 ow. That sounded like a chihuahua. What? Oh, he went in. Why do I feel like it sounds like it's more than one person walking right now? Uh-oh. Oh my god. Nick! I'm glad I have the car keys. Oh my god. Nick? Damn, he's been in there for like a minute too. Nick? Yell if you need help. I'll call someone for you.
Let me know what y'all think in the comments. There's going to be another part.
Nick, what are you doing?
So she ends up standing there for like an hour, and Nick never comes back out of the cornfield. And she spends the next day looking for him, yelling for him, and nothing. They literally have no idea what happened to him. The next day, she'll continue the search, and you'll see what happens.
Sorry for the late update. I tried to get some sleep today after looking for him all night last night. Nick's nephew's been looking for him, and anyways, I've been driving around and I found Nick. Nick, what are you doing? Nick! Nick, come here! Why are you being so weird? Where have you been?
Are you seriously fucking recording right now?
Yes! Yes, people online have been looking for you. Where have you been?
What do you mean you like barked and fucking drove away?
Nick, you're being weird. Where have you been? It's been hours and all fucking day. Like,
I've been walking around for like 2 hours because you drove away.
I didn't drive away. I waited for you.
I stuck my head in, you barked like a fucking dog and drove away.
Nick, I waited for a long time. We've been looking for you all day.
What do you mean we?
Your nephew's been looking. I looked all night.
No wonder they didn't find me.
Oh my god. Well, last night I looked for a long time. Then I tried to get some sleep.
Last night?
I made yeah, last night when I tried looking for you.
You weren't even with me last night.
Nick, we went into the cornfield last night. We were doing Randonautica. You went in.
That was tonight.
That was last night.
And why are you like? Who even said you could drive my car?
Nick, where have you been?
I've been fucking walking for like 2 hours, waiting for walking back to my fucking house.
Nick,
what do you mean, where have I been?
I made a TikTok video that went viral that people are. Last night. I can prove it. It's been over almost 24 hours. I can prove it.
Of course you posted a fucking TikTok.
Nick, because I'm worried about you.
You're a fucking idiot kid.
Oh
Your
my
TikToks.
God.
Guys, am I chopped? Nobody ever compliments me.
Nick, you're being
Bunch of
weird.
fucking Hollywood wannabes, never will be's, never could be's, never have bids. My name's Pretty Poet, and I'm here to stay.
Oh my god. You guys, I don't know what to do about this. Nick, you're being different. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Where the fuck have you been?
You've never treated me this way. I told you we've been looking for you.
You didn't even look. Well,
What's the last thing you remember?
That I didn't want to go in, and you egged me to go stick my fucking head in, and then barked like a dog and left.
Nick, I waited for a long time. You went in, I could hear you walking through, and then there was nothing, and I called out to you. I waited there for like 10-15 minutes.
Oh, you're still full of crap.
I swear to God, I can prove it. I can prove it. I recorded all of it. I can prove it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. This fucking phone. Wait, you're seriously fucking recording me right now?
What do you guys think happened? Was it a glitch in the Matrix? Was it a shift in their timelines? Or are they full of it? Comment.
Yes, I have to get these people an update. People were worried about you. Like, they were looking for you. They were researching how to help. I almost called the cops.
You almost called. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Turn off the phone. Get this fucking...
Also, guys, I just wanted to let y'all know, I do have a YouTube channel as well. The same exact name, but I actually compile all of my Facebook videos into long-form content for you guys to binge watch all in one place. So, if you want, go ahead, subscribe over there, and we'll see you next time. The 2013 Call of Duty Ghost game predicted what took place in Venezuela pretty much to a T. So back in 2013, Infinity Ward and Activision released the game Call of Duty Ghosts, about ghost soldiers who have to go into Venezuela and take out the Venezuelan president. And it's set in 2026. Can't make this stuff up, y'all. What blows my mind about it even more is the actual depiction of the war and the combat taking place in Venezuela in the game. It is almost identical to what took place in real life, with the what looked like fireworks, the whole flashbangs and the strobes and you name it, insane. The only difference is in the first mission, because there's two of them in the game that go to Caracas, Venezuela. The first one, they actually do take out the president. Then the second one, they go back and they capture his right-hand man, Victor Ramos. People don't really get that that it was actually like a prequel sequel thing, where the first mission was actually chronologically set after the second mission. So that's why people are getting it confused and saying they captured the president. They capture his right-hand man in the second mission. You gotta love it. What is it? PSYOP, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is it just coincidence? I gotta hear what y'all have to say about it. So apparently a former security guard of Nicolas Maduro, who was boots on the ground during the US's extraction of the dictator, had a lot to say about what he witnessed that day. According to this gentleman, it's got the entirety of Latin America terrified of the United States. It's allegedly got the narco bosses throughout Mexico and Latin America shaking in their boots. So for all you people that said the cartel could actually keep up with the American military, laughable. This security guard said he watched 20 US soldiers, systematically wipe out hundreds of Maduro's men in a matter of minutes. His next statement actually blew my mind because I've never heard of this weapon being used in any form of war across the entire planet. His claim was that when the choppers were coming in, getting ready to engage, before they actually engaged and started firing upon the soldiers, they sent out some sort of loud sound or EMP or like a flash of light that resulted in these soldiers on the ground being completely disoriented, and all of them got gushing nosebleeds. They were pretty much incapacitated immediately. He said there was a total of 8 choppers and again 20 men that did all of this. And he also said that the drones were so fast you couldn't even see the damn things. The drones, they had nothing against. They were absolutely devastating. They couldn't stop them. I don't know, y'all, but after this, I'm pretty sure all the world powers are on their heels. And the world powers I'm referring to are China, Russia, and Iran, because they provided Maduro with electronic defense systems that were supposed to be the most advanced on the market. They couldn't even pick up any of our choppers, any of our soldiers, missiles, none of it. They couldn't pick up anything. And I think we've only scratched the surface on the technology that we possess for warfare. It's insane. God, I love being American. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Looking forward to your opinions. And if you've heard anything else, let me know.
These pictures, made from a Pathé News plane less than 4 hours before the tragedy, show the world's largest airship heading for Lakehurst, New Jersey. Over Newark's famous...
The following is some very old footage of when the Hindenburg blimp blew up or caught on fire and fell out of the sky. I want you to notice something though. There's no actual video footage of the exact moment it blew up. The only footage is after it catches on fire and then falls to the ground. Even though they said on the production there was a guy filming the ground and there was a gentleman filming the blimp. But somehow the blimp blowing up, stricken from the final production, you can literally hear it blow up. You can hear it explode on the video.
About to see the pictures he got when the ship exploded. Those aboard leaping for life from a flaming inferno. The actual crash of the Hindenburg. An airship destroyed in less than half a minute.
I don't know about you, but to me that's shady. And I'm not so sure there wasn't something maybe more intentional about this whole thing. Because after this, blimps pretty much were rendered obsolete, never used again, and the airplane industry slowly started to take off. So this is the legend himself talking about Valiant Thor, a ambassador from Venus who landed on the Washington lawn in Virginia and worked at the Pentagon. Very intelligent. He came here to warn us about our nuclear program and try to basically dissuade us from it. No, he was actually an extraterrestrial that landed here. Very human-like, but other features weren't so. But listen to what Phil Schneider says about him. Very intriguing.
These are the benevolent aliens, and they've been here helping us. In fact, I have a picture. Let me reach for it here. I have a picture of one of the aliens been working for the United States Pentagon for the last 58 years. His name is Valiant Thor. He's right here. There's my father in the background. This whole place, the ready room of the USS Eldridge, Al Bielek has probably explained, or maybe even shown you this picture. There's a list of some of the notable people in it. They're all the atomic bomb scientists of the day, all the time variant experimentalists of the day, all the top physicists of that particular day. This was in August of 1943. Now this guy has not changed one iota in 58 years. Started work, he came here, crashed here or whatever, whether he's under duress or not. He started work for our U.S. Navy and military operations in 1937, either 37 or 38 is what I've been told. So it's, for 58 years, this man's been employed, probably under duress. If you don't do as we say, we're just going to use you for alien bait or something, I don't know. But anyway, he basically hasn't changed. He lives for 490 years, is what he says his lifespan is. Now, he's supposedly a semi-benevolent, he's a human-looking type person. He has 6 fingers and 6 toes, and he's got one oversized heart, one lung, giant lung. His blood vessels are bigger. He's got copper oxide for blood, similar to an octopus. His brain capacity, 300 centimeters greater than ours. He has a thinking capacity, IQ, if you were to measure it, be totally off the scale, be about a 1200 IQ. He speaks 100 languages fluently, alien as well as others. He's a remarkable person. I had a chance to meet him one time. Now, by the way, he doesn't shake hands. He was kind of in a spacesuit because all aliens, regardless benevolent or otherwise, they're carrying germs and diseases and bacterium in and on them that are deadly to us. If I were making policy, I'd quarantine them all. Because how do we not know that some of our diseases like AIDS, Ebola, hantavirus, and a few of these other weird designer diseases, as I call them, are not made from the cadavers of some of these aliens as a biological weapon to use against the people of the United States?
What you just saw in that video was Russia's new hypersonic Orishnik missile. They are said to be some of the most technologically advanced, destructive missiles on this planet. They recently put them on display in attacking Kiev and Lviv in Ukraine. Many believe this is a response to the rumors about their defense systems failing in Venezuela against the U.S. attack. The thing about this attack is there wasn't any warheads attached to those missiles. It was simply impact from a high-velocity mechanism. What's so special about these missiles is they reach the atmosphere in minutes, and in their free fall, they're very hard to intercept by most air defense systems. What's more is they can contain up to 6 warheads in one launch, with each warhead striking a different destination. Each individual warhead has 2 thrusters on it that allow it to maneuver and avoid any air defense systems that it faces. But I'm sure the US has something up their sleeve to combat it. Regardless, it's safe to say Russia does have some technologically advanced arsenal. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Yep, it's a go around.
Oh, God. Oh!
Oh!
Yeah, he's tripping. Oh my God, do you see that?
What you just saw was a commercial jet attempting to land at the Savannah International Airport in Savannah, Georgia. Pilots that fly there will tell you it is probably the most dangerous place to land in the entire country. The number one reason being they have strong, unpredictable crosswinds due to it being in coastal Georgia. They have constant wind shifts. Winds often hit at an angle, not straight down the runway. Gusts can change rapidly in short, heavy bursts. This forces pilots to use crab angles and aggressive corrections right before they touch down. The main reason is because they're surrounded by marshlands. The airport sits next to wetlands and tidal marshes. They have little terrain or buildings around to break the wind, and air flows low and uneven over warm marshes and wind and sheer turbulence. As a result, pilots feel a sudden drop or sideways push close to the ground. One commenter on this video said they were on a commercial jet trying to land there, and they attempted to 3 different times. He said people on his flight were fainting, screaming bloody murder, and some of them were throwing up on the plane before they finally diverted to another airport to land. That's how real it can get trying to land on this runway. Check out the rest of the video. Let me know what you think.
You're videotaping that?
I'm not even gonna lie, they've been fighting for their lives trying to land these flags today.
Whoa, look at that. You see that bank? Go around. Watch, it's gonna go around. Yep, it's a go around.
Oh, God. Oh!
Yep. Yeah, he's tripping. Oh my God, do you see that?
Oh!
Did the tail just strike?
Shit.
Did the tail just strike?
Oh! Yo!
So the new and ever popular prediction markets like Polymarket and Kalshi are now under a lot of scrutiny due to a bet placed right before Maduro's capture. Apparently an account made in late December, of which the owner has not been identified, made the bulk of his bets on Maduro's capture just mere hours before Trump announced it to the nation. Because of the timing of his wagers and the narrow trading he did prior, people believe that he had insider knowledge of classified operations that were going to take place that night. For those of you not familiar, prediction markets allow you to bet on almost anything, from Taylor Swift's top Billboard song to who's going to win the election in 2028. But as of late, not just because of that trade, they've been under a lot of scrutiny, and people are saying that it's pretty much the same as gambling. But what's interesting about them and what makes them different from gambling is that they give insight into what the population actually thinks or feels about a certain subject. Sometimes they'll refer to political events. They'll even have impact on the stock market, whether people think the Fed is going to increase rates or not, or whether they think Elon Musk is going to create new tech that's going to change the game tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see the future of these prediction markets. I think they're here to stay, but I think there's going to have to be some more regulation on them for sure, because think about the implications of him making that bet before it even happened. He could have essentially leaked classified information and gave Maduro a heads up as to what was taking place. I believe that it could have been, and most likely was, a soldier. Given the amounts, $32,000 bet, he ended up winning $408,000, something along those lines. That just screams soldier to me, and if it is, I hope it is, because it's well deserved. What do you guys think of these new prediction markets? Do you use them? Let me know in the comments.
I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins.
So I know y'all saw Drewski's skit on those mega churches, right? If you haven't, go watch them. They're hilarious. But a quick summary is basically calling out all these mega churches for more or less extorting their congregation, getting them to pay tithes, and basically living lavish, wearing nothing but Louis Vuittons, red bottoms, buying Bentleys, you name it, they do it. So Drewski in a fun skit basically just calls this out. Well, needless to say, you already have some pastors crashing out. Take a look.
No, church, don't let that Drewski skit mess y'all's heads up. Y'all know damn well we don't move that way. Y'all money is God and the church's money. We can't let fat motherfuckers do whatever the hell. Listen, God is
Man, y'all, did that bring back some memories? I know y'all millennials hear me. You guys remember getting pulled out of class to do these hearing tests. At the time, I thought it was just for hearing. What really triggered it is that drink, that purple drink at the bottom of that glass. If I remember correctly, it tasted like bubblegum or something. But myself, there was a time when I was taking the hearing test. They kept coming back and pulling only me out of class, almost as if I kept failing it. At least that's what I thought at the time. And I go sit down. They would play the frequency, and you'd raise your hand if you heard it. I would hear every frequency, but then it would come to the last one, it seemed. And every single time, I didn't think I was hearing it. But I remember as a kid going, wait a second, was that the sound? Because I remember hearing what I thought was like ambient noise outside of the headphones. I thought I was hearing like a heater or just the sound of the school or just basically humming. And I just remember like later that night after the final test, and they never came back after this, but after this final test, I remember going, oh my God, that was the sound. I was hearing it. I just didn't realize I was hearing it. So I never raised my hand, and they thought I wasn't hearing it. Really weird. They never came back. Like I said, maybe I dodged a bullet. Who knows? Because what people are saying is these tests were basically put in place by the government, basically to identify which kids among us were gifted, psychically gifted. And these kids would often be taken for special classes, used as government lab rats, stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe I dodged a bullet. But let me know in the comments if y'all remember this, because I remember it like it was yesterday.
He's a fisherman. He said after a certain time, being on the shore of the beach is dangerous.
I'm not exactly sure who this gentleman is, but he's been on a lot of podcasts lately within our niche, and he's talked on a lot of subjects and seems to be very knowledgeable about them. Here he talks about mermaids. I'm not exactly sure where he's talking about particularly, unless I missed that he mentioned it in the video, but he talks about a particular type of mermaid that if you're in a certain city, they tell you not to go to the beach at night because if you do, there's a high probability you might not make it back. These mermaids he describes are absolutely horrifying. Take a listen.
Because that's when they arrive and they take people with them. Point blank, period. And you know, everybody's compound on the coast got electric charged wire on top of the fences, barbed wire, and they all got these signs, danger. And everybody got their security. They say after a certain time it get dangerous. Be inside the gate. Don't go to the water because, you know, none of us can swim good enough to get you back from them. I spoke to a guy. He said he went for a night swim, and when he got back to shore, he was standing there with his towel, and he looked, and he seen a merman standing there. The hair was not like you see in the movies. He said he had these large black eyes, and he said he got this compelling feeling to go into the water. And he said he glad he fought the thought because he said he felt like if he did, nobody ever see him again. And I went to Puerto Rico. The locals said the exact same thing. Exact same thing.
There's videos now in Mexico of people that are given the same description.
For sure.
Recently, that just happened a few weeks ago, that they seen one that walked onto the shoreline.
That's the thing.
It's got legs.
Apparently, the males don't have the fish appendage at the end. They got legs, but they have webbed hands and webbed feet.
Okay.
So this is the description everybody's getting.
I'm one of the leading cybersecurity researchers on flock safety. I'm going to explain to you what I've learned in the past 7 months in under 2 minutes.
So you all got to listen to this gentleman explain what flock safety is and what our law enforcement is going to be using in the near future. If not, they are already using it in a city near you. Do you think it's a total invasion of privacy? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think that we're going a little too far to keep people basically from any privacy? It's crazy what this thing is capable of, and there's basically no hiding from it. It will find you anywhere. Take a listen.
So they started with license plate readers in this 2018 patent for a dynamic surveillance network. These LPRs feed video into their AI model, which is trained to identify people, vehicles, animals, and bikes. After their model was trained, they expanded beyond LPR to video cameras that live stream with people detection and vehicle detection capabilities. One difference between LPR and video cameras, based on their website, is that video cameras have people and vehicle capabilities, while LPR is exclusively for vehicles. Early in 2025, in a private seminar, they announced that all LPRs nationwide were upgraded into video cameras for free. So we can assume all LPRs are now video cameras and have their capabilities. So anytime you drive or walk past a flock safety camera, it detects your location, the time, and everything it can identify in the video, which is then stored for 30 days by default, and up to 5 years if your local police department pays for it. All this video becomes searchable content for you, your vehicle, or your license plate for however long they choose to store that data, but at a minimum of 30 days. Now, at this point, they needed more sensors in their dynamic surveillance network, so they created the Wing Gateway. The Wing Gateway turns any IP camera into an AI-powered flock camera. This means gas station cameras, residential cameras, payment terminals, Ring doorbells. Essentially, any device that has video can be integrated as another surveillance node. They then added Raven, which is their audio detection device for gunshots. But if they follow the same strategy we saw for the LPRs, in the next few years, we can expect them to have general audio surveillance integrated with everyday devices as well. All these camera and audio devices feed into Flock OS, where they could search and create alerts for people and vehicles. So every device in their network nationwide becomes a deputized surveillance node that's constantly watching or listening. Searches are done using Freeform, which is their natural language query engine. So you could say, find me a guy with a green hat and a blue shirt, or find me a landscaping truck, and it'll find every record that matches those identifiers from every device nationwide, if they allow it. Even though landscaping trucks aren't definitive, it'll show trucks with trailers, a truck with a tree sticker on the side, or even a truck with a lawnmower in the back. In one case, they saw a guy had a cowboy hat on his dash and was wearing a blue shirt inside the truck. So they found him by searching for a cowboy hat and a blue shirt. Once an individual is identified, they investigate them with Flock Nova, their intelligence platform marketed around the phrase, search once, see everything. Nova can take any identifier, a license plate, a name, email, phone number, address, and turn it from one data point into hundreds of data points, covering you and the people that you're associated with. One example is using your mobile advertising ID and the apps you use on your phone to track your location. Another example is using your address to know everyone that lives at your house and their ages. If they wanted to identify which people visited your house, they can create a geofence search around your address for all IP or device signals detected at your address for whatever time period they choose. My analysis of their code shows that you could be searched by email, phone number, social security number, name, address, license plate, IP address, online usernames, credit card numbers, and also cryptocurrency accounts. For these searches, there's no requirement for a warrant, reason, or case number in most circumstances. Some police departments require a case number to access Nova, while others require nothing. They once solved a case by using the LPR network. They identified the individual by his license plate, found his house by using Flock Nova, and then went to his house. The individual wasn't there, so they went back, used Nova again, and saw that at one point he had ordered food from a food delivery app to a friend's address. They went to that friend's address and arrested the individual. So when Flock Safety says on their website that their cameras don't capture personal information, that's narrowly true. But a license plate is tied to an identity, and your identity is nearly endlessly searchable in their system. And that is the architecture Flock Safety has spent years constructing while marketing license plate readers. If you like this, I'll be explaining more in new videos, and I recommend that you read my security research.
Just want to go home. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I want to murder you.
You want to what?
Yeah.
You want to murder me?
So this young lady works at what I believe to be a nursing home. And on this particular night, she got assigned what they call the Demon Lady. In this video, you won't believe what she says. She talks about murdering 17 people. And some people believe she's telling the truth. Listen to what she says and let me know what you think in the comments.
Yeah.
Why?
I just got real angry at having to pick up those cats.
Girl. What? Why would you want to murder me?
Flabberdo.
What?
Flabberdo. I picked one.
You've done it before?
Yeah, I've murdered quite a few.
Oh, you have?
You have to. Can't let the world keep growing like this.
Oh, how many people have you murdered?
About 17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
A knife, a very tall sword, and I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm looking at a bar of life.
Oh. Well, God don't like ugly.
That's Dr. Mary out there. I'll die. I will really die.
Did your husband know you did this too?
No.
Oh, he didn't know you killed people?
No, I never had a conversation with him, thank God. Because all I did was pray for him, honest to God. And I thought, he's going to be dead, or he's going to fall around a corner and die. She was very badly hurt.
Did you kill him?
Huh?
Did you kill him?
And
you said you killed 17 people. You
Yeah.
murdered them?
yes.
What did they look like? Were they men, women?
No, I left them out on the shore because I thought they'd like it in the beach instead of in the dry weather.
Oh, so you put them in the water?
Yeah.
At the beach?
Yeah.
You did it by yourself?
Yes. Wasn't that fair enough?
So you was being a psychopath?
What?
Oh, no, that's not at all. You don't feel remorseful for it?
No, not at all.
Oh.
And I didn't even speak to him.
So your husband would pass out if you told him that you murdered people?
Yeah.
So why'd you do it?
Yeah.
Don't put your hands on me, girl. Keep them fingers over there. No, don't touch my stuff, ma'am. No, I want you to keep your hands to yourself. You're not about to get crazy up in here, girl. No, you better relax. So what are you gonna do to me?
Oh, I'm thinking.
He's the Burj Khalifa of humans. Can you two stand up real quick? Those guys might be the tallest guys I've ever seen in my life.
So Mr. Beast is at an event, what I believe to be Saudi Arabia, when he asked two young gentlemen to stand up. And you won't believe the size of these two men. They're absolutely huge. Do they look like they could be descendants of the Nephilim? Are they descendants of Tartarians? Let me know what you think in the comments.
How tall are you guys? Wait, here, can you actually just come up real quick? Can you stand beside my CEO, Jeff, real quick, just for a comparison? It's just, I don't know these guys. I just walked in and it was, are you an NBA player? Are you actually? Oh, okay. Is this not crazy? Oh, because I'm gonna look like short. Okay, what is this? This is ridiculous. I feel like a toddler. Hey, wait, so you said you're an NBA player? Did and looked like skyscrapers.
The legend of Long Mu, mother of dragons. Long Mu's story is one of the most tender and mystical dragon legends in all of Chinese mythology. A woman of the wilderness, Long Mu was said to live in remote riverlands and deep wilderness, far from cities and emperors. She was poor, humble, and kind, someone who lived close to nature rather than ruling over it. The dragon eggs. One day, while washing clothes along a river, Long Mu discovered 5 strange eggs caught in the reeds. Instead of fearing them, she brought them home and raised them as her own children. When the eggs hatched, they became dragons, ancient, powerful beings tied to storms, rivers, and the heavens. Mother, not master. Rather than dominating the dragons, Long Mu nurtured and protected them, teaching restraint, compassion, and balance. Because of her care, the dragons grew benevolent instead of destructive. They guarded her, controlled floods, brought rain to crops, and punished corruption, acting as protectors of the land. Dragons of restraint. In Chinese lore, dragons often symbolize overwhelming natural power. Longmu's legend is unique because it teaches that even dragons must be guided by love and responsibility, not fear or conquest. In southern China, especially Guangdong and Guangxi, Longmu is believed by some locals to have never died, but instead continues to exist as a hidden mortal incarnation. Folk belief holds that when floods are restrained without explanation, or when rivers behave despite storms, the Dragon Mother is at work. She doesn't command dragons openly anymore. She calms them. A persistent piece of Southern folklore says, Longmu returns in each age as an ordinary woman living near water, a widow, a healer, a caretaker, someone overlooked. These women are said to live near rivers, marshes, or mountain springs, and is said to still be taking care of a lone dragon to this day.